It's a very quick focus lesson on elimination. Question number 7 on page 382 has 3x plus 3y equals 27, and it has x minus 3y equals negative 11. Now again, you haven't seen this for a few months, but if you look at problem 1, it says solving a system by adding equations. They give us this system of equations here, and they want us to solve it. It says step 1, eliminate one variable. Since the sum of coefficients of y is 0, add the equations to eliminate y. Remember, it's called elimination, which means we want to make one of the variables go away. Positive 5y, negative 5y cancel out to be 0. You end up with 8x equals 8, and I'm assuming what they did here is divide both sides by 8 to get x equals 1. And then they followed what we did yesterday, which is once you have one of those answers, rewrite one of those equations. Notice the 2x plus 5y got rewritten. They turned our x into 1. 1 times 2 is 2. They subtracted 2 to get 5y equals 15, and then divided by 5 to get y equals 3. So there's that part. And of course they would put that into an answer of 1 comma 3 because x goes first, y goes second. So let's look back at this real fast and see exactly what they're looking for. Here, notice, if you look at it, and you should always inspect first, is there anything that just goes away? 3x and x doesn't eliminate, but I think 3y and negative 3y do, so we can add them up. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add x and 3x to get 4x. 3y and negative 3y go away. I don't need to bring them down. 27 minus 11 is what, 16? And then you divide by 4 on both sides, getting x equals 4. Keep in mind, once you get that answer, now you have to rewrite one of your first ones, 3x plus 3y equals 27, turning our x now into a 4. 3 times 4 turns into 12 plus 3y equals 27. To get y by itself, the first thing I have to do is subtract 12. Then I have to divide by 3 to get y equals 5. Very quickly, again, the safest thing to do is to plug this in. If you plug in 4 here, plug in 5 here, that turns into 4 minus 15, which, if you look at that, is, if you subtract, that's 11. That would be negative, which means my answer is 4 comma 5. It is rare that you will see a question like that, though, to where everything eliminates, though you will see one today when you get to work. Most of what you're going to see is a little tougher, and at least even on the level of number 9. 2x plus 4y equals 22, and 2x minus 2y equals negative 8. Looking at this, that doesn't go away, this doesn't go away, but if you look at this, these are pretty close, like they're the same. And so if you remember, we can switch signs on things, and what we're going to do now is we're going to actually switch all the signs. So we're going to switch to 2x, which means we have to also switch to 2y, which means we also have to switch to 8. When we do that, we now have a positive 2x and a negative 2x, which go away. 4y and 2y make 6y, and then 22 and positive 8 make 30. Dividing both sides by 6, you end up with y equals 5. Now you take that y and plug it back into one of your originals. So 2x plus 4y equals 22. Turning my y into 5, 2x plus 4 times 5 equals 22. This turns into 20. Subtract your 20 from both sides. Divide by 2, getting the answer of x equals 1. Checking this out with the other one, we have, what was it, 2x minus 2y equals 8. Or it was negative 8. And so plugging in x equals 1, that made 2 minus 2 times 5 is 10. 2 minus 10 is negative 8, which means yes, my answer is right. Just be careful not to put the 5 first, because remember, x goes first, y goes second, so it'll be 1 comma 5. Okay? And so what I need you to do after you ask your questions, if you have any, please ask now. But if you do not, just take a few minutes to do numbers 8 and 10 in that section, so we can go over those and discuss the issues that still occur. Remember, you have a test on this in 2 weeks.